Hey, this is Joe Big House Ken, and you are inside the house, powered by Dynamic Fitness and Strength, building the better athlete. In this episode, we go back to the training hall with Peter Ken, and we're going to film the Friday session, which is session T2. This is the add-on session to the 4-day programming for tier system strength training for throwers. We've just headed over to the coaches board, and as you can see, we're on Friday's session T2. This is the add-on session for tier system strength training for throwers. In this cycle, the tier 1 exercise is behind the neck push press. We have gone 5 sets of 6, 5 sets of 5, and 5 sets of 3 during this 3-week cycle. As this is week 3, he's going 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 kilograms, 10 kilogram per set jumps in an ascending fashion, since we did not have a 1 RM or any repetition max on this movement. Then he'll follow that up with tier 2, safety squat bar, rear foot elevated squat. The 3rd week of VAT 568, 3 sets of 8 each leg. Then we go into the finishing medley of tiers 3, 4, and 5. Tier 3, upper body, chin-ups, 3 sets of max. Tier 4, total body, single arm dumbbell snatch, another VAT cycle, 3 sets of 6 each, followed by a tier 5 pair of inverse leg curl, 3 sets of 6, and glute ham raise, 3 sets of 10 for some additional posterior chain work. So Peter has just came back from practice, so he doesn't need to do any reset work for today's session. So we're going right into the pre-activity prep. Remember, 3 rounds of 4 distinct categories: root, reboot, readiness, and reinforcement. So he'll go 3 rounds, 4 movements for 12 distinct independent exercises. So we just finished up the pre-activity prep. 13 minutes and right under 30 seconds. So a little bit faster than Big Squat Wednesday, but again, trying to stay within 15 minutes or faster in a circuit/medley fashion. Remember, 3 distinct medleys, 4 independent movements, each set consisting of root, core, reboot, activation, readiness, specific movements to prep for the tier 1 exercise of the day, and reinforcement, head support, neck, trap, posterior shoulder. We're entering into tier 1. Remember, behind the neck, push press. Difference between a push press and a push jerk is the rebending of the knees. We've just introduced this into the cycle. So again, not super heavy loads, 5 sets of 3 with a 10 kilogram ascending progression. We'll go E2, O2 for this tier 1 exercise. Go. Lock it down. Throw. Punch. 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 Up. Down easy. Up. Wow, that's a good rep. Here we go now. Here we go. Finish. Good. Just wrapped up tier 1 behind the neck push press. I know, little dangerous. The risk factor is definitely high on this exercise. Not the concentric portion, but the eccentric. Takes a veteran lifter to understand how to catch behind the neck push press or jerk. That's why I very rarely schedule this type of exercise in for most of my athletes, but throwers are different. They know their way around the weight room. They know about pressing big weight. As you could see, he did a good job of absorbing the bar and getting the bar to his traps, not the C7 area. So when you're doing push presses or push jerks, obviously the ideal situation would be to have jerk stands, because you can dump the weight safely from overhead position and then reset each rep, which really makes it an independent rep, similar to a cluster set. I have done in the past, when prescribing this exercise to all athletes, have 2 side spotters. Issues there, those spotters are not in sync, as well as a back spotter, and generally they have a hard time lowering the bar to the correct position also. So the best way to do it is have an advanced lifter teach them the correct way to lower the bar, absorbing force and trying to catch it on the traps if you don't have jerk stands. My recommendation, jerk stands. Hey, tier 2, safety squat bar, rear foot elevated squat, pseudo single leg work. There'll be no prescribed rest. This is VAT week 3. He's going 8 each with an ascending load. Pete's going into the finishing part of the training session, the tier 3, 4, and 5 medley. He'll have chin-ups, single arm dumbbell snatch, inverse leg curl, and glute ham raise, 3 rounds each. Rest as much as he needs in between each round. Here we go. Nice. That record? Peter just completed the tier 3, 4, and 5 medley. The session is complete. With PAP, the entire program took 59 minutes and 33 seconds. That is the goal for this programming for throwers. Since Friday and Saturday piggyback, the ultimate goal is to keep both those sessions in an hour duration. So great training density for the overall session. The main session of work took 46:06, and again, the PAP was approximately 13 minutes, 30 seconds. Big PR alert. In the block 0 movement, chin-ups, Pete set a major one-set PR with 13 reps. And remember, those were pretty good chin-ups. We used a neutral grip. He did every one full elbow extension, very little kipping. Then he came back and set a volume record by going 10 and 10 for 33 total reps and 3 sets of 10 plus, which has never been accomplished before by Peter. He is weighing in right now between 236 and 238 pounds. So that wraps up today's training session. Remember, Friday is session T2, the second total body emphasis training session of the week. This is the add-on session for tier system strength training for throwers. They piggyback tomorrow with session U. We will get that on camera so you can see what both sessions look like piggybacked. Hey, that's a wrap from the world headquarters, Big House Power. This is Joe Big House Ken for Inside the House, powered by Dynamic Fitness and Strength, building the better athlete. Until next time, words win.